You have the same daily 24 hours that millionaires have. That's a lie, and I'm going to break down why. Because what that quote leads you to believe is that as long as you can work hard and hustle just like these millionaires do, you'll be able to replicate their success and also create wealth, and that couldn't be further from the truth. Take this from someone who has grown multiple seven-figure businesses. There's actually several crucial factors, which I'll be going over in this video here, that are needed in order for you to be operating those same 24 hours like a true millionaire, so to speak. And it starts with
working smarter always beats working harder.
But what does that actually practically mean? I'm sure you hear it all the time. We have countless beginner entrepreneurs that are coming to us that we've been working with over the past couple of years that are being burnt out as hell from trying to do everything themselves. They're posting on every single social media platform, they're coaching their clients, all the way up to sending out their little invoices all themselves. Now, don't get me wrong, you gotta do a lot of things when you're building a business, and it's great to work hard because the hustle will get you very far. But let's make sure that that hustle, that work ethic is laser focused on one thing only, and that thing is generating income. So when you're starting with your business, go the most direct path to generating income first. Now, I'll show you exactly how to do that in a second here, but why is that so important? What happens when you're not focusing on the small things like building a website and creating a logo and posting on every single social media platform? Instead, you're just focusing on creating income, and that means oxygen, all right? Oxygen, aka breathing room for you, creates options in your business. These are options to scale, options to automate, options to take risks, options to invest in yourself, and of course also options to spend more spare time on the things that you actually want to do. But you don't have that breathing room if you're doing all these small things that are going along with the business and you're not focusing on generating income. I hope that makes sense now. So how do you focus on generating income only? There's the so-called rule of one. The rule of one basically stipulates that you should focus on just a singular social media platform to post on. I know this is contrary to what Gary Vee says and all that jazz, and Max, you're posting on all of the social media platforms. Yes, but I have a great team of salespeople behind me, a social media team that helps me edit all the content that I'm creating here for you, and all that jazz. But if you're getting started, all the way up to 10K a month, 20K a month, making 30K a month, you just need a singular platform. We have clients that are making up to 100K a month just by nurturing a singular platform. So keep things simple and go the most direct way for you to generating income. Forget building a website or any of that tech stuff. Just literally build a profile on any social media platform that you prefer, DM people, get them on a call, get the close. Done. How exactly to do that? There's details in various videos on this very channel here. You can go a little bit deeper on that. I don't want to go too deep. It's just about you having to focus on generating income. Drop the mindset of A, I need to be on every platform and do every little thing, and B, only I can do this. Like, only I can place the perfect cut on my videos. That's what I used to think. Only I can make sure that the correct invoice is sent out. No, all right? You're not a special snowflake. You can have other people do that for you, right? As soon as you can afford them, that's great. Now, guess what? Like this, you can literally already make 6 figures a year. In fact, many of the beginners that I've been working with over the years use this simplicity to make 10K, even 30K a month. Now, as useful as that already is, it's nothing compared to what's about to come for you. So now you're making money. What if there's an investment you could put that money in that greatly outperforms any stock, any real estate, even crazy to the moon crypto tokens? I've invested in gold in 2015 with the first money that I made. I maybe got 20% in return over 9 years now. I also bought 6 figures worth of Bitcoin and Ethereum, both in 2017, so you can do the math on how much that's worth now. But they all pale in comparison to the greatest, best investment I've ever put money in. It's Logan Paul's Dink Doink crypto coin. No, just kidding, okay. Little joke over here. The best investment you can actually make is yourself, and that is also the best investment I made in myself. I call this the time-wealth equation. You've started by investing your time into money, right? Now you're making money. Now you invest that money into knowledge and skills that make you even more money. Let me give you an example. With the first $700 that I earned with my first business, which was coaching, dating, and personal development, I bought a $300 weekend seminar by a dating coach that I greatly admired back then. That $300 seminar taught and motivated me so much that for the next 6 months, I worked harder than ever before and I was building up my own dating coaching business. Then I started making my first $1,000 to $2,000 a month. Pretty decent for a guy in his early 20s. I saved those up so I could live off of that money while working for free as an unpaid assistant for another world-renowned dating coach in LA. Spoiler alert, I actually got in debt for over $16,000, but that's another story. Then when I started earning my first $5,000 to $10,000 a month, I invested that into books, social media courses, and more seminars that helped me with branding and video creation. By the age of 26, I earned my first million by selling digital courses. So I basically turned my first $700 into a couple years of work and my first million. Now guess what? I invested some of that money from that million into an $8,000 one-on-one mentorship with these up-and-coming business mentors from Germany. With that $8,000 investment, I built an online high-ticket mentoring program in my dating coaching business. It ended up making me over $3 million in its first 12 months. Talking about a return of investment. This is not here for me to brag, this is just for you to see the amount that it can really stack up when you invest in yourself. I'm not gonna bore you with the details here, but ever since then, I've constantly spent $50,000 on sales mentoring programs, $200,000 on marketing mentoring programs, $26,000 on social media mentoring programs, and so on and so forth. And each and every time I've acquired skills and knowledge that only made me back a multiple of my investment, but it also will stay with me forever. You understand that too? My entire life will be feeding off the knowledge that I'm gaining. It's constantly compounding me income. So again here, the lesson for you is the time wealth equation. You're investing your time into money, then you're investing that money into knowledge and skills that makes you even more money. Because now that you're making more money, you can start having fun. Real fun.
Well, he's got all the money in the world, but there's one thing he can't buy.
What's that?
A dinosaur.
Well, you may not be able to buy a dinosaur yet, but you can actually buy time. That's where the real fun begins. And yes, you can actually do that by leveraging other people's time. So you're taking some of that more money that you've been making and you're giving it to other people so they do certain tasks you don't want to do. For example, in a business context, you don't want to send out the invoices anymore. Maybe you don't want to upload your videos and, put the right tags in it and all that jazz. Maybe you just want to speak to the camera, and maybe you don't want to edit them anymore. You pay a personal assistant to handle the invoices. You pay a social media person to do the uploads. You pay an editor person to edit your videos. In a private context, maybe you don't want to iron your shirts. Maybe you don't want to cook all the time. You can hire a household person. You can hire a cleaning lady. Now, let me show you how to start doing that in the proper, correct way.
But Max, I don't want to be one of these arrogant rich assholes that feels like they're too good to do all these small tasks.
Now, that's not what it's about. It's about acting in the best interest of everyone, because if you're a business owner, you can scale your company, you can reach more clients, you can change their life, you can make more money so you can be there for your mom and dad, for your future children, for your spouse, but you choose to instead cook your own food and iron your own shirts because, oh, you're such a humble, down-to-earth person. In reality, you're literally neglecting your potential clients, your family, your spouse, your children, by you preferring to be down to earth because you're scared of being judged by people who are broke. Don't do that. Now, if you're not sure what activities to delegate first, you can do some money math. The way this works is first you need to calculate the value of your time. And it's actually pretty simple. If you're, for example, a high-ticket digital consultant, which means if you're doing it right, you're probably going to charge $2,000, maybe $2,500 per client. On average, you close 25% of the people that you talk to on a 60-minute Zoom call. So 2,500 divided by 4 equals $625 that you're getting paid on average per 60-minute Zoom closing call. Now, of course, there's a lot more nuance to that, but for the sake of simplicity, let's stick to that very crude example. So an hour of your time is roughly worth $625. Now, all you gotta do is make a list of all the tasks that make you more than $625 per hour and a list of the tasks that cost you less than $625 per hour. For example, ironing your shirts costs you less than $625 per hour because you can pay a cleaning lady $25 an hour to do that for you. Writing a really good Instagram post that can get you your next 3 clients is definitely worth the $625 of your hourly rate, since 3 times $2,500 that you could make per client is much more than that. So over time, you want to do less and less of the less than your hourly rate tasks and more of the more than your hourly rate tasks. You get the gist, it's pretty straightforward. Now here's the best part though, pay attention. The best entrepreneurs in the world literally use this very concept to become unbeatable in their industry. Even I'm using this to still be crushing it in my industry, while most of my competitors only survive 2 years maximum. So here's how this works, pay attention now. If you've ever hung out with one of these productivity hacker people, right? Like they're telling you about their supplements, their perfect sleep routine, all to get an extra 25% of productivity out of their day. Look, nothing against those hacks. It's great if you can squeeze out an extra 25%, but the best productivity hacks are nothing compared to just hiring good people and delegating to them. I mean, have a look at this. We're gonna put a screenshot up here of our tracking software showing me how many hours one of my many teams put in yesterday. That's an extra 23 hours and 10 minutes that we've just put in a single day. So unless I gave myself 50 minutes to sleep each hour, play Gran Turismo, and spend time with my girlfriend, I would have not been able to hit an extra 23 hours and 10 minutes of productivity. So this right here makes you unbeatable because literally people can't catch up. You're literally having other people be productive for you while you're productive on top of that. Now you're not just working twice as hard as others, but you actually work 10 times as hard. And it's the ultimate hack to outwork others while doing less. You can see we're going full circle here. Now, none of this actually matters unless you truly implement one of the first points that I made in this video, which is being focused on one thing only. So if you have no direction or any schematic way to generate more revenue, then it doesn't matter how much money you invest in yourself or how many people you hire, because you're going to just maximize actions that are not putting money back into your pocket. So if you want to have a proven smart game plan that has worked for thousands of other coaches and to help them scale to 10, 20, 30K a month and beyond, I do a full breakdown in this video here so you never have to question yourself if you're actually focusing on the right thing.